Nick, I'm sorry that we're not speaking to you in better circumstances today. Chris Ryan, as we all know, passed away earlier this week. Very sad moment for the local music industry. Very sad moment for everyone who knew him. You were very close with him, right, Nick?
Yeah, Chris was very much a big brother to me, musically and personally as well. I worked with Chris for a long time, and I also just got to spend a lot of time in his company. And of course, most of the moments we shared were music, and it was it was really beautiful. So it's definitely a tough loss, and I know it's a tough loss for a lot of people. And it's just trying to keep spirits up and keep his music going, right?
The last time I saw both you guys was at Churchill Park Music Festival. And, you never saw that guy with a smile on his face. Is that accurate?
Very much so. A larger than life personality, and was always there to take care and check in on everyone else. It didn't matter if you needed guitar picks or if you needed, if you're doing a marathon gig downtown, he'd have tea bags to make sure you had something for your throat to get through it. Like, he was always there checking in on people. A very, very larger than life, beautifully rambunctious personality. And was always nice to be in his company.
You could tell how much love he had for music, for all of the musicians, and for everyone. Seeing the social media this past few days, Chris is everywhere. There are so many kind words about him, and you can just see how many videos playing along with him, singing on stage with him, and how he meant so much to so many people.
Yeah, it's incredible. And for me, I'm I guess 12 years younger than Chris, so there's a few aspects of his life that I'm getting to see in another way, and I think so many people are seeing different parts of him, whether it's his hockey background first, or some people who knew him when he was playing, and then others just seeing different parts of his musical career be expressed from people who he worked with. So there's a lot of beautiful tributes, and he was obviously loved dearly.
Candace, it reminds me of when Big Tom passed away.
Yeah. And
they were like the same age. Everybody loved him, And
it's heartbreaking because not only are you, I guess, you're dealing with the loss yourself, but it's a constant reminder too, because so many people are sharing the memories, and it's great to see it, but it's that constant, it's hard to explain, because when you're watching it, you love to see it, but yet it just reminds you of these times, and it just makes you more emotional in some cases. It's hard.
Very bittersweet, isn't it? Because you love to see the outpouring of emotion and love, but at the same time, it is a grieving process. So how are you doing, like yourself, Nick? How are the people around Chris doing right now?
There's moments where everything coming up is pretty cathartic, and then there's moments where it's a bit devastating to see. We were down doing a tribute for Chris at Shamrock City, and I had canceled my gigs throughout the week. I just wasn't really ready to play, but decided to play a couple tunes last night, and I think it made it easier by having so many different musicians and family and friends there. Of course, everyone's going to grieve their own way, and some people can do that out in public and playing music and do that. Some people just need to take a break from it, and I think it's just, as long as we're all here supporting each other, we're going to get through it, especially for our buddy,
Chris is resting at Call's funeral home today. I think it's 1:00 to 9, right? That's a portion of the wake. I guess they still call it a wake, I suppose.
Yeah. And
then the funeral mass itself is on Thanksgiving Day.
Yes, yeah, at the Basilica Monday morning. Yep.
It has to be said, I don't think you can...
It's poetic in a certain way.
Yeah, it is, isn't it? It's special that you can give thanks for a guy like Chris on a day like Thanksgiving, where it's very special. I know there's an event that's going on tomorrow, Sunday evening as well, 5:00 down at the Old Mill, Brookfield Road in St. John's. Just an event really for people to get together and just share some memories of Chris and pay tribute, celebrate his life. Because as you say, Nick, very larger than life sort of character, and someone that people had a lot of fondness for.
Yeah, absolutely. Truly larger than life, and was loved by many, and will be continued to be loved by many for quite a long time.
Yeah, he was a great guy. I loved him. He was fantastic, and so are you, buddy.
I appreciate that. Thank you.
We
All
appreciate you taking the time,
Yes,
Nick. I know
yeah.
it's a tough time, but I appreciate you kind of sharing with everybody listening right now some of those memories, because whether you knew Chris as intimately as you do, whether you listened to his music and were touched by that, it's a process for us all. So thanks very much, Nick.
Thank you, guys. Appreciate it.